2020 will be remembered as a year that tried storm chasers' souls as storms refused to cooperate and dropped a below average number of tornadoes for the year. I managed to witness 5 tornadoes and plenty of other incredible storms this year, and this is my documentation of those in chronological order. Enjoy.
Yeah.
No, I was pointing at the green up there.
Get that wide angle.
Green up there.
Whoa.
Might have got that.
Was it running?
I should have got that. This day would be a sign of things to come for 2020, as an outflow boundary from the previous day's storms was quickly moving across the target area, ruining the environment for the day. Before ruining our storm, we got to enjoy some good CG strikes in the surprise funnel before our day was ended. On May 20th, we were in perfect position to watch what looked like an imminent tornado drop just miles down the road from our location. Unfortunately though, in typical 2020 fashion, the storm to the southwest would kill this storm and also end tornado potential before it could do anything. And to add insult to injury, the storm that killed our storm produced the nastiest scudnado I've ever seen. And naturally, another storm spotter reported this as a tornado. Go figure. Later that evening, a separate storm just over the Colorado border would go on to produce one of the most impressive light shows I've ever seen. It was only fitting that my first tornado of 2020 was this tiny nipple miles away that could barely even be qualified as a tornado. You could not even really tell there was ground circulation from my location, but from much closer it was confirmed. If you watch closely in this time lapse, you can see wrapping rain in just minutes obscuring the view of where the tornado would be located in this storm. Soon after relocating, the storm displayed a powerful RFD cut, showing that it was possibly getting ready to put down another tornado. The storm would indeed go on to produce a second tornado, but being extremely low contrast and pretty hard to see with the naked eye anyways, another example of a perfect 2020 tornado. The only thing that I can say with certainty about the Burke-Burnett supercell is that the two tornadoes that it produced were more than likely weaker than my leaf blower. My third tornado of the year was a nice photogenic tornado, at least by 2020 standards. Unfortunately though, I witnessed it in 2020 fashion, being well over 15 miles away and driving towards it, and unable to capture any of my own pictures of it, so this is a view of someone who was much closer to it than I was. On the evening of July 5th, well after dark, a surprise supercell developed in northeast Massachusetts and was moving southeast at a steady rate. As illuminated by lightning, several lowerings were visible throughout the evening, and this storm would go on to produce numerous reports of damaging winds throughout eastern Massachusetts. On August 2nd, I'd witnessed my fourth tornado of the year and first ever tornado in New England. However, though, I got way more than I bargained for on this date.
That's a tornado. It's coming right at us. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. Holy shit. Tornado, get down.
Tornado.
There's a tornado coming. Get under something.
Can we get by the barn on that side or something?
Holy sh... Hold on. It's coming right on top of us. Holy crap. It must have went just behind us.
Anything that went behind us?
Yeah, because the wind just shifted west.
On this particular day, two incredibly fast-moving embedded supercells came within just miles of my location. Although neither produced a tornado in New York, one would produce a tornado in Connecticut later on that day. On August 29th, I'd witnessed my fifth and final tornado of 2020, and also storm structure I'd never thought I'd ever see around New England.
Yep, final. Come on. Come on, do it. Here we go. Come on, just a little further, baby. We got touchdown. Tornado on the ground. Just be ready to move because it's coming right at us and it's starting to get rain wrapped. Just wish this fence wasn't here. It's still on the ground. You can still see it back in there. You can see the right side. Told you I had a good feeling about today. Come on, clear out of the rain, please. It looks like it may have lifted. Yeah, it lifted. Got that one.
And then again, in typical 2020 fashion, to close out the day, the storm tried to assassinate all of us with an extremely close CG strike.
I can't check the radar and record video at the same time.
Wow, you get that?
That was just out of frame.
That was shot over top of us.
On October 7th, I learned that being on top of a mountain during an unexpected derecho isn't exactly the best idea you can have. After the storm rolled through, I witnessed one of the best sunsets and mammatus displays I've ever seen in my life, in Massachusetts out of all places. On October 10th, we were up in Vermont, ready for an extremely late season severe weather event. This storm was primed to produce a tornado until another storm choked it off and killed it just before sunset. On November 30th, I was chasing an even later season setup down in the Delmarva Peninsula area. Watching this time lapse as the heavily rain-wrapped area of interest slowly moves from on top of the barn towards the center of the screen. Although I can't confirm it, I do believe that I've captured a rain-wrapped funnel in this storm as pictured here. The evidence pointing towards this being a funnel is rather overwhelming. First being rapid left to right motion of rain bands coming across the funnel. Next you have a classic case of RFD cutting right where it should be. And then next, the funnel is right where it should be if it is a funnel. And lastly, it does look like a funnel, so I happen to believe this may be a funnel. "2020 will be remembered as a year in which there was a below average number of tornadoes and in which structure ruled the plains. And whether you look at this as a good or a bad thing, there's one thing that we can all agree on. It's been one hell of a ride. Here's to the 2021 storm season."